Pirates fan though, so that's kind of an Ottawa fan my season.
Pirates didn't make it very far either.
No, so they didn't make the playoffs.
My condolences for Morella. He's always a guy. Oh, yeah. I love his interviews, but no, yeah, go ahead. I'm fly on the wall right now, so yeah.
All I ask is try to keep your to stay as still as possible without shipping too much. Sure. I get sort of like here. We'll start then. You see it on your shirt. We just need it on camera. Your name, spelling, and your rank, I guess.
Yep. My name's Captain Scott Boyd. I'm snowbird number 4. It's spelled SCOTTBOYD.
How long you been flying?
I've been flying since with the military since 2013. I got my wings in 2013, and in the civilian side, I got my wings in 2007, actually here in the Courtier Park.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, I learned to fly with the cadet program on the base. I did my glider scholarship in 2006, and then over to the Courtier Park in 2007. And so I've been flying the Comox Valley for a couple years.
You're local then? You grew up here? Or?
I grew up just outside of Vancouver in Burnaby. My family is now on the island. They're down in Sydney. And I actually was posted here for a couple of years in 2020 and 2022, so I love the valley. It's a second home.
How long with the snowbirds then?
I first joined the team in 2018. I was on the team 2018 to 2020, and then I recently came back in 2022, and I've been back ever since, loving it.
What's it like?
It's incredible. It's a childhood dream, something I've always wanted to do. Something I've aspired to do since 2006 when I was first starting to fly. So it's great. Getting to see all across Canada, meet a ton of great Canadians, inspire Canadians, meet the next generation has been fantastic.
Of course, you do air shows all summer, but it's been a while since we've had an air show here. So what's it going to be like to be a part of that?
It's going to be great. I mean, we get to come out here every spring and put on, informal shows with our practices for the people of the Comox Valley every spring for a couple weeks. So to get to put on an actual formal show, invite everybody from the island and the surrounding areas to come out, it's going to be fantastic.
100th anniversary as well. What does that mean to you?
It's a great legacy. For me personally, my grandfather joined the Royal Canadian Air Force in 1939 during the Second World War, did a full career with them. So, my family's been a big part of the Air Force for a lot of its history, and it's great just to keep it going, and incredible that we've made it this far. We're excited to see what's next.
Fantastic. Anything else, Andy?
How iconic are the snowbirds to Canada?
I think, they are a Canadian icon. I think when people see the snowbirds, they think of Canada, especially in that big diamond formation. So I think they're a very important thing in Canada. We just want to keep spreading the message that, we're representing the military out there. We're not just a Canadian icon, we're a Canadian military icon and an icon of the Air Force. And that's important to do.
And what can fans kind of expect this weekend on the show, on your show?
So this year, we're keeping all the snowbird staples, the big formations that we like to put on in front of the crowd every year. But we've got a couple new things this year as well. We're doing one thing we're pretty proud of is the Centennial Split. So it's celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Air Force. So that's a pretty special split we're excited to show off.
Can you maybe describe that split then?
Sure. So it starts off and so there's 7 aircraft are running in for a split. They'll kind of do a big cross, and then after that, 4, 5, 8, and 9 will come in and they'll do a second cross in behind them. So you'll get 2 splits in one, essentially.
Right. And that's something new for the Centennial, is that?
It's something that we're kind of bringing back, putting our own spin on it for this year for the Centennial.
Awesome.
And fans, you'll be along the row here tomorrow when they come out. Will they be able to interact with you? And
yeah, we'll do especially after the show, we're doing autograph sessions. We'll be at the fence line for as long as people need us to be there. We're looking forward to meeting everybody.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I represent the aviation geek side of the house. My name's Henry Tenby with JetFlix TV. And so I'll ask you some aviation fan questions. These aircraft are my age. They're 60 years old, I believe, which is an incredible accomplishment. They're built in Canada by Canadair in Montreal. Tell us about the airplane. What's it like to fly? Would there be some other airplane you'd rather fly or not? I'm just keen to hear what it's like to fly the airplane from a pilot's perspective. These are things we'd like to know about.
Yeah, I mean, so first flight of the airplane was January 13th, 1960. So it's over 64 years old now, but it's awesome. You know, it's just great. I love the side-by-side seating is perfect for our training, for what we're doing, and it's small enough that we can get into some smaller communities and do air shows for smaller communities in Canada that if we're flying a larger, more modern jet, we wouldn't be able to do. So really, it provides us a bit of a niche market that we're able to hit some spots that other jet teams, you know, Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, Red Arrows, can't accomplish with their aircraft. As well, we get to put a lot of our show right in front of the crowd. You know, we're not as fast as those other teams, so we can do a pretty central show where we're in front of the crowd the whole time, doing some big formations. So I love this plane. I don't want to fly anything else right now, especially for the job we're doing.
So like, do you see these airplanes around like 10 years from now? Is there any reason why they won't be?
They absolutely could be. Right now we're doing a big avionics upgrade. I'm one of the pilots that's been flying the new avionics aircraft, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely incredible. You get in the cockpit and it looks like any other modern off-the-shelf airplane. So, you know, there's lots of upgrades happening. The maintainers keep them in fantastic shape. So there's no reason that they couldn't go another 10 years.
Wow. So now tell us about your training that's involved. You guys are based at CFB Moose Jaw, and you have been for decades. So what's involved in the 8 months that we don't see you?
It's flying twice a day, every day, Monday to Friday. So we come in as soon as we get back off the season in mid-October, we get right into the training season. So if we have any new pilots joining the team, we're focusing around them, and we're flying twice a day all the way through the winter time, all the way through the spring, until we get out here. So the work doesn't stop. We're a full-time squadron, you know, 365 days a year. There's a lot of maintenance support staff and logistical support staff back home with the squadron that are also keeping things running for us. So appreciate all those guys doing hard work.
Wow. And do you guys ever fly non-snowbirds too? No, well, they've been retired from, the snowbirds are the only military arm in Canada running these aircraft today?
That's correct. They were working with 80 doing some aviation testing for a couple of years, but they're now just with the snowbirds.
Fantastic. Is there anything that I've missed on the aviation enthusiast side regarding the airplane that you can tell us?
No, I think you pretty much covered it.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Thank you so very much. We're wishing you an awesome weekend.
No problem.
Wonderful. Thank you.